Welcome to Mark's Motorsports and Farming channel. I'm going to give you a little update today on where things are at with both aspects of this channel. The farming side of things, we've had a day or two of rain here, so cannot do field work right now. I mean, it's not too wet to walk on because I'm walking on a field right now. And it's the same. This is the same field where you saw me moldboard plowing a couple videos ago. Showing you that from inside the tractor cab. And I will certainly be doing more videos like that when the conditions allow me to do it again. So meanwhile, you can tell from here, we started taking a few trees down and making some firewood. Which is certainly a good way to remain productive while we wait for the field conditions to dry out. And obviously I've also greased all but 2 pieces of haying equipment, which I should probably, suppose I could do pretty soon. And there, I'll be productive while I wait for the ground conditions to allow me to get back to spring field work. So yeah, we've made a fair amount of firewood here last couple days, last few couple 3 days or however long now. This stack was not this big a week ago. That I can tell you for sure. Yeah, we expanded the roll along the fence here, professionally stacked by myself. So yeah, I built up this back row here that you're seeing right now. And my dad and brother worked on, this 1 or 2 rows here that you're seeing. And well, I got a little bit of a start on it, but one of those 2, did the majority of this row here that you're seeing. And this row we've had done for a while. Pretty much after we sold the previous batch that we had, then we started cutting and splitting and stacking, to get ready for this upcoming fall. And they started coming in here and wanting to burn in their fireplaces and stuff. Keep the heat costs down a little bit, which we are not set up to do here. So yeah, we have basically an island of trees. Is what I always said. We're trying to clear out so that it does not shade the field anymore. And then we can plant the area, and then we can eventually we'll be able to start planting the area that they've been shading for a while. But, I'll try to get you a couple of videos of us making firewood and show you the process, and It's basically a way of, maintaining a farm property. So make sure that the crops can all grow and that they're not shaded by trees all the time. And Dad's been working on this tractor a little bit, trying to get it to run like it's supposed to and everything. And I will be selling this tractor once it's fixed up and running like it's supposed to. So yeah, that's something that does not get enough use to justify keeping it. And yeah, the turbocharger on the 8640 four-wheel drive that we have, I know I mentioned in the last video that we did a little welding and fabricating to just clamp that all together versus putting a hold on to the turbo on there. We're able to get by a lot cheaper that way than to go through all the screwing around of pulling the turbo off of there and putting a different one on there. And it does seem to be working pretty good so far since we've done that. And I also showed this in the last video, but I'll go ahead and show it again since I've gotten up to the shed where we keep all the more delicate stuff, as you'd like to say. I now have the disc gripper hooked onto the 8640, since that will be the next thing that needs to get done here. And the field that I was walking in the very beginning of this video, I probably will go through the area with it where I moldboard plowed, just to break up the dirt a little bit more, and that should help a little to incorporate the manure some more, possibly either, because there were a few areas where the moldboard plow didn't quite get it, but yet that did loosen up the ground enough to where the disc scraper will be alright. And then this 8100 here that I plant with in the spring and do a lot of the hay work with during the summer. We've had some issues with batteries being drawn down, and we come down, and then there's dead battery. See how what we've been doing now. Might be too dark for you to see this and all that, but yeah, it's not really showing up very clear on the camera, but I don't know, maybe it is. Yeah, we've been loosening these bolts here, just so that nothing's grounded, and and therefore it doesn't draw. Because, and yeah, there's another cable here that also has to go on there, and then, I mean, the minute we try to hook it up, it starts sparking a little bit, so it's, you know, that's definitely a factor there. These are brand new batteries this year. Yeah, the other ones would have been 4 years old when I first got this tractor. Okay, yeah, I better set the camera down for a second and pull this panel off, and then you know, see a little bit more of the what I was told was the issue. Okay, so there, now I got the panel off, which, you know, definitely gets us closer to what I was, what I was referencing. That I did talk to the service manager at Midwest Machinery in Glencoe, Minnesota here, a local John Deere dealer that we work with, and explaining to him what was going on and what I just mentioned a little bit ago here, and he said that the most common problem, why, or what would cause it to dry down like that, is that it's usually something inside the starter that, is either broken or just goes out somehow and then causes it to dry down, even though the starter will still start when it has enough current. But yet if something goes out inside that starter, then it'll cause the batteries to dry down, is what he said was the most common reason for that. So I guess that would be one thing that we could try, would be to put a new starter in there, and then if it stops drawing it down, then that would basically be the answer then. I have not priced out a starter for that tractor yet, but I guess it would be worth looking into, because he did say that is the most common reason for having the problem that we do with that tractor. I'll come down this way, and then when I grease the two hay rakes, the video that I did on that, and afterwards I showed you that the area that we're approaching now was completely underwater for the second time this spring. Just because a few weeks or so ago we had a round of white shit come through here, made everything smeary, and that still ended up being too much for the Crow River ahead of me to handle. So then for the second time this spring, it spilled over onto the part of our property, or where I'm at right now. So yeah, that was certainly a setback, to say the least, to have that happen. Especially to have that happen for a second time within a month or so's time. Yeah, now you can see. Yeah, here's a good spot. See how dark that soil is because it's still pretty wet. Because from here all the way back was all underwater. A week or two ago when I did that video of greasing the 2 hay rakes that we use. So that's basically where things are at with the farming aspect of the channel. Is us and everyone else is basically waiting for things to dry out so that you can be in the fields again. And yeah, it's pretty well statewide for the most part. I don't know if any of you guys watch Minnesota Millennial Farmer. He's about a couple hours away from me, and he put a video out. He was able to do a little planting, but there too, even up there, I guess it's just a little on the sticky side. He had to clean his planter off a couple times. But there too, back then, at least at that point, he was able to get through enough to, get some of his corn planted. But yeah, whether he's able to, whether he's been able to plant any more since or not, I'm not sure. And it's not really sure if they got in on the rain up there that we did here or not. So yeah, for the most part, he's pretty much the same situation up there as we have down here. Only it's a little bit wetter here than it is up there. But yeah, I've seen a planter in the field here and there. Mostly on lighter ground. Doesn't hold the water as much. And there's a couple guys, putting, knifing in nitrogen with, applicators. I suppose they've been pretty much going around every wet spot there is. or maybe in some cases it's dried out enough to where they were able to go through, even though it looks like it You know, like even the video I did where I was plowing. I mean, there were a couple of sticky spots, but yet I was able to, you know, yeah, I did have to raise the plow up a little bit, but I didn't have to, but yet I was still able to, you know, turn it over a little bit and get the tractor through it. But yeah, like I say, these last few days, it's, you know, there's been no activity. It's just been too wet. You know, from the amount of rain that we did get here. But, yeah, that's all I know of on the farming side of things. Pretty much where things are at there. And the motorsports side of things now. I was recently at an autocross race, and I've started to put videos up of that. And now I've got 5 videos or 6 videos left, you know, and depending, well, there's 9, you know, there were 9 total videos from the first heat. So, yeah, it just depends on, you know, whether I put another, put another portion of the first heat up before this video or after this video. As of now, I've put 3 of the 9 parts up as I'm recording this. So yeah, if I decide to put this video up before I put another part of that up, then there will be 6 videos left of the first heat, and then but if I put part number 4 up before this video, then I will have 5 parts left of just the first heat though. And then like I said, there's, you know, I was able to film the second heat of it as well, and there's 10 videos from that that'll be going up once the first heat is all up. And there was a heat 3 and a heat 4 that day as well, but this camera had 2 dead batteries, so I was not able to film the other 2 heats. But from the way it sounds, the videos that I was able to get were of the best of the racing, or of the different runs. So yeah, the videos that I got, according to that, you know, is basically the best footage there was to be seen of that day. So yeah, you guys are gonna see the best of it. And then I also went to a motocross event, but there I'll have to try to do some I'll have to try and do some editing on those videos. Because there were enough time lapses where there were no dirt bikes in the range of the camera, just because the track was that big and there was no way that I was going to be able to run around all over to get it all. So it was basically a similar situation to the ice races that I recorded in Litchfield, Minnesota this past winter. You know, where the track was so far away from where I was able to be at, and so yeah, that's why, you know, that day too I only made 3 videos that time, and because it was, you know, a little chilly that day too, so I wasn't gonna spend that much time outside. But I mean, there was not so much of an issue with the weather at the motocross event. It's just like I said, you know, there's no way that you could, you know, no way that you could follow them enough to, you know, get the entire track, just because it was that big and they go that fast and so forth. So yeah, it's mostly the size of the track and where exactly the track went is a big reason why I couldn't get any more than I did. So yeah, I'm not sure just yet if I'll be able to, if I'll post those videos or not, because if I'm not able to get them edited to where you're able to see the dirt bikes the whole time, then I probably won't, you know, put them up and, you know, to where you guys should see them, because, you know, I don't think you guys would want, you know, stare at traffic when there's no dirt bikes and so forth. So yeah, I guess I'd opt to not put those up than to put up the raw footage that I have right now of, you know, seeing dirt bikes racing and then not seeing them for however long, and then eventually they start showing up again, you know. So yeah, I'd like to try. So yeah, I'd like to try to get the parts edited out where you don't see dirt bikes, and then if I'm able to do that, then I can upload them, and make them public to where you guys can see them. But yeah, otherwise, if for some reason I can't, then, you know, then I won't make them public, and then I'll just take them back down. That's probably what I'll do then. But yeah, whereas the autocross racing that I filmed, you know, that's not a problem so much. I mean, it might be like you know, minute or so in some of them where you don't see a car, but not too often where that happened, you know. And that's why I'm uploading that as part 1, part 2, part 3 type of thing, like I have been. Is because, you know, if they had to inspect the track for something or whatever the case was, you know, or there was no racing going on, then I shut the camera off, and then when they started racing again, I turned it back on. So yeah, that way it is raw footage, but you know, you're actually seeing cars racing in all the videos I filmed that day. So that'll take, you know, a fair amount of the month of May yet to get those autocross videos all up, and then if I'm able to get the motocross videos edited, then I'll have those to where you guys can see them as well, and you know, throw those. Well, it's 3 videos all together. 3 videos is all I was able to get of that, just because, you know, that's all the longer it took in that case. It was enough for me to just get 3 videos of it. But yeah, I'll mix those videos in too, you know, if I'm able to get them edited. And then later on in May here, or towards the end of, or almost at the end of the month, I found a tractor pull that I can go to. And so yeah, if I am able to go to that, then I can certainly record the different classes, and tractor pulls will most likely be raw footage videos with, you know, one will pull and then the sled will back up, and then another one will come in and hook on, and yeah, it just came out of the house there. I don't know if you heard him or not, but so yeah, I'll film. So yeah, I'll start filming tractor pulls, you know, as I'm able to get to them, and as they happen, for that matter. 2 basically go together there. And then that should pretty well do it as far as I know of, you know, for the motorsports aspect of this channel now. Is, you know, starting to come up on tractor pulls, and then, you know, I know there'll be a few more, you know, autocross, motocross type things, you know, where if and when I'm able to get to them, then I'll bring you as much footage as I can. And then my my friend now, Demolition Derby for Life, is back in action. And like I've said in some of my previous videos, he has run into issues with computers, cameras, different things, but he's back in action now, and he'll bring you as much Demolition Derby action as he can. Whether it's progress that he's making on vehicles that he's building, or we'll see once if he can get building progress on my vehicles or not. But, or else whenever he's able to go to a Demolition Derby, then he can film the heats for everyone to watch. But yes, Demolition Derby for Life is back in action. He recently posted a few videos now in the last few days. So if you haven't checked out his channel, be sure to search for it and check it out. Demolition Derby for Life. So yeah, if any of you guys do like Demolition Derbies, you're definitely gonna like his channel. So be sure to check that out. Yeah, as you guys can see, it's starting to get dark here. So, yeah, and I am still pondering, if I should, maybe if I should do live streams from my computer or not. Yeah, according to a rule that YouTube recently made, basically I do not have enough subscriptions just yet to where I could do it from a mobile device, which I know of one other YouTuber besides me that does not necessarily like that, but just have to go with it. Another one of the cats on the farm here. It's a different one than you guys probably saw in one or two of the other videos. But yeah, I'm trying not to forget anything here. But I don't know anything more right now, so yeah, yeah, there you go. That's pretty much where things are at as far as both the motorsports and farming aspects of this channel. The motorsports events, I'll get to them as I'm able to and record them for you. Different components of the events, I should say. Yeah, there'll be like different classes of tractors in the tractor pulls, and different classes of dirt bikes and motocross and that type of thing. So each of those events will be multiple videos that I'll upload over however much time it takes. And then yeah, I try to upload 1 or 2 videos each day, you know, and that way I don't that way there's not so many videos to where the channel gets flooded, and to where nobody can keep up with it or anything like that. Yeah, there've been a few times where I've done more than that, just because I knew that there was another event, getting, or I knew that we were getting closer to another event I was looking to record, and I just wanted to get one up, and so I guess I kept it fresher that way. So there again, that's pretty much the scoop at where this channel's at. I will bring you more fieldwork videos when the conditions allow me to do fieldwork again. And then I'll get to as many different races and tractor pulls and things as I can, and get that recorded for you as well. And then, like I said earlier, Demolition Derby for Life is back in action. He recently uploaded a few videos, and yeah, so if you guys like Demolition Derbies, be sure to check out that channel, Demolition Derby for Life. He has a lot of good videos up of different demolition derbies that have happened, and progress that he's made on vehicles that he's built, and overall damage on vehicles that me and him have run with in demolition derbies. So yeah, be sure to check out Demolition Derby for Life. And with that, thank you guys for watching my videos. I certainly appreciate that, and I certainly appreciate the comments I've been getting as well, and I've had a few subscriptions come in as well too recently, which I certainly appreciate. Yeah, be sure to tell your friends and family about this channel as well. There's no cost at all for somebody to create a YouTube account, and where they can at that point subscribe to my channel as well. So yeah, to create an account and subscribe to a channel, there's no cost at all for that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching my videos. I certainly appreciate it. be sure to hit the like button, and if you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button, and catch you later.